What is up today, guys? I'm not sure what you're going to be able to see or how much you're here. Out in the old Chevy 2 again. Figured I'd do my year-end wrap-up like usual. And like usual, I seem to have some sort of sinus and throat stuff. Although, I will say this year, I ran through the weld shop. And that's when I noticed I had the sore, scratchy throat. Was shortly after, later that night. Nonetheless, let me shift gears here and continue on with what I was going to talk about. First, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers. I have 119 new subscribers this year. As of November 30th, I believe the little email said. With a total of 287. And I want to thank every one of you for subscribing to my channel and watching my stupid little adventures, and hopefully I am able to produce something that you could learn, maybe laugh at, entertainment wise. I had 54,000 views. I don't know if that was just this year or total, but that's pretty exciting for me. I really appreciate everything you guys are watching. So, thank you. What else do I got on my list? This year's been kind of had a lot of ups and downs for me personally. Next year, I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll kind of ease into that here. Had a lot of downs, a lot of trouble with the CT90, working on that. Problems with my KD again, as well as my truck got hit, and the Titan having issues with its oil system. A lot of that stuff we've worked through, and that's kind of just something to do with old vehicles. You just kind of slowly work through everything. Hopefully the camera isn't dipping out on me here. And, you know, that's just kind of something that happens. Managed to make progress. Started with the Volkswagen a little bit this year. I just bought it. I think it was in January I bought it, late January. Really, I bought it because I needed a newer vehicle. Something that doesn't take 5-10 minutes to warm up in the morning. My Chevy 2. And it came in handy when the truck got hit because I did have a spare vehicle, because I was also having issues with this car. Wouldn't you know it? Also worked on the KT. Got that kind of up to a little bit better standard. You know, a little bit better maintenance wise. I have a couple more things I'd like to do to it. If I don't want to race it again this next year, because one, it's a trials bike and I didn't do very good personally, but that bike did everything I asked of it. I did get a comment that I need to work on my turns, and yes, I do need to learn how to make tighter turns. I will say that I've had issues. I usually ride that bike standing up like a trials bike, so I'm not quite used to sitting down and doing the turns. Also had issues of locating the brake pedals. I'm used to, again, from standing up to actually where when you're sitting, it's a little bit different story. Checking to see, yep, you guys can still see. What else do we got? Worked on the CL200. I got that, you know, worked on the speedometer. Put a new clutch in it. That was something that needed to be done, especially since I'd burnt up the clutch in the last Florence Grand Prix. I keep saying so I'm going to try to avoid that. Going forward, I hope to run the Grand Prix again this next year. I've been doing some work on the KD. I bought a lot of new parts for the KD, so we'll have some more videos on that coming up here shortly. Let me see what else I got on my list. We also got to go to a car show or two. I know I didn't take video of all the car shows I went to, mostly just KKOA. Maybe this year, 2024, I'll be able to get some more. But with 2024 coming, there's going to be some changes probably. Was goals myself of what I personally want to do. And in order to be able to attain those goals, I can either pick up another job, or I can let some of the projects go that maybe aren't as fiscally responsible. I have a couple, I shouldn't say a couple, I have 3 175 Hondas. I plan to keep one. I have an SL 175, a CL 175, and a CB 175. None of them are complete, put together. I have 3 bare frame. I take that back. The SL 175 is a roller. The other 2 are bare frames. I have enough parts, I think, to put together the SL 175, which I think would be the coolest out of all of them, because I already have a CL and I've owned CBs. So, logic would have it go with the SL. Plus, if I ever have to race it, it is the more likely to be raceable, being a little bit better frame. I think more for that, more inclined to that. I'm probably going to look at selling the 47 GMC. Excuse me. I plan to hopefully keep the motor for my 41, which is something you guys haven't seen. But I do have a 41 Chevy half-ton with 3/4 ton axles. So it's the open drive shaft and a 4-speed. It has PTO on it as well. But the 216 in that, which is the original motor, is locked up solid. If I ever get around to starting that, it's got some interesting details in it. I'm not going to get too deep. I was told it ran wheels when they last parked it. Again, the motor's locked up, and we had to cut the barn down around it to get it out. So there's that. But to go back to what I'm going on, my plans for the 2024 is, the biggest one is to get my K10 going. I really need a truck. I'm tired of borrowing and having to ask for help move stuff, and to have my truck back would be great. I've been buying parts here and there for it, but it's still going to take a lot of work. I got parts for the G5, CL200, and I still have work to do to the 67, which I have parts for as that as well. Chevy too. So with any luck, we can get that small group together. Excuse me. I hope to actually race my KD this year. It's pretty close. I pressure tested it, and in one of the following videos you'll see the progress that it has made. I have goals to run the modern race, but I'm doing it on a budget, and I did buy another bike for that. So there's more to come on that. Hopefully I can get to that. Hopefully. I need to work on the Chevy too. I really need to go over, I need to put some new bushings in the rear leaf springs, and I needed to redo the steering on it. So I got that to do. So I'd like to take a motorcycle trip with the CL200. I've been talking to my buddy about it. I've kind of wanted to do this for the last 10 years or so. But hopefully we can get to it, and hopefully it'll be a worthwhile video. I also want to get around to riding the T500. Still got a little bit of work to do that, figuring out that oil injection system. I do have gaiters for it, and I hope to put those on as well to make it look a little better and protect it. Slow down here. I usually see deer as we're coming through here. Now, another goal I've had is YouTube seems to be going the way of shorts. So hopefully I can continue my video every week, but I'm also going to throw in there a YouTube short every week. Videos Friday, shorts Tuesday. I hope to get back this year as well. I really only helped one buddy work on their project. I don't even know if the videos come out yet. It will by the time this video comes out. My buddy CL175. But I'd like to help some other people get their projects going as well. And I may try to do a contest at the end of the year to give back, like a tool contest. I haven't quite figured it out. It's been something I've been mulling over for a little bit. Sorry, my back glass is kind of chattery. So we'll see how that turns out. If I can get 500 subscribers or more, I will definitely do it at that point. I don't know what I'll do, how I'll do it, but I'll do it. That's not trying to buy people to subscribe. I want people to subscribe because they like the channel and what I'm doing. I also appreciate feedback. So if you got any, throw it out there, because it's not really going to hurt my feelings. It'll just help me progress and make better content videos, basically. And really, I hope people learn from it, or at least get entertainment. Because otherwise, it's just kind of me babbling on, like this video. I've also thrown around the idea of doing a podcast, but I'm not quite sure if I'm quite at that point to be able to do that. I got a lot on my plate, and I got a lot going on right now. And I got a lot going on the first part of this year, possibly leading into spring. Not sure how it's going to play out, but I'm going to try my best and just keep going. So really, I think that's to wrap it up at this point, the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody that watches. I appreciate all of my subscribers.